Anishinabe Kwe and Dow. My name is Janelle Nahmabin, and as mentioned, I am from Aamjiwnaang First Nation. I am a proud member of the Bear Clan. I am a mother of three. I am an entrepreneur, and I am a spiritual being having a human experience. I'm just so glad that you're sharing part of your day with me today. Today is such a special day. Um, and it means a lot that you're taking time out of a special day to join in with everybody here in fellowship and to have a conversation and share some messages about Nebe, water. Um, when I first got on the call, I was hearing, Happy Mother's Day to all of you, and absolutely Happy Mother's Day to anyone who is a mother. And I wanted to talk about the sacred role of being an auntie, because whether or not we have brought life into this world, being an auntie is such it's a mothering role all in itself. So growing up, the people that I would call aunties were not necessarily my aunties, but they were given that role because of how much they supported my upbringing. It's like a circle of women that have surrounded me throughout my life. Um, and so being an auntie is such a sacred role. And you're all here because you have passed through water to be able to be here. So that's how closely we are connected to Nebe, to water. And I have so much appreciation and respect for the ability for, my mother going through what she did to bring me into this world, and each of your existence here is celebrated, and I'm grateful that you're all here. I wanted to talk about being Anishinabe Kwe and what that means as far as my teachings and my upbringing. In my culture, the stories and teachings that get passed down are the important and sacred role of being Anishinaabe Kwe. We are taught and we are born into a role of being water protectors. And it's not something that weighs heavy on myself, but it's something that my spirit has called me to. It's like it's similar to that of the Bear Clan. It's a role that I was born into, that my heart sings to, and that my path lights up for without being on purpose. But I celebrate and I honor that part of myself. You see, growing up, I wasn't brought up in a home where I was even able to smudge. So you may have seen before we began to call my family smudged. And being able to connect to my roots has helped me discover who I am at a soul level, at a blood level, of being able to answer that calling within myself. I honor that and I respect that part of who I am. Also, being a Bear Clan member, I wanted to share a teaching with you, because it may not be the way that it is now, that it once was. But if you are a member of the Bear Clan, your responsibilities to self and to community are that we are to be the protectors, as well as the medicine people. So what that means is the Bear Clan would be surrounded on the perimeter of the tribe, of the community, and we'd be the first ones that would welcome people in, so we would know who the newcomers were and who was leaving. So we'd be aware of those things, much like the responsibilities of my sister, for example, my sister Serena, she is a police officer. So naturally, she has found that higher calling and that responsibility of being a Bear Clan. And so she, her path, her soul path, her spirit has been calling her to fulfill that role. Much like you see my sister Nisa on the call too. My sister Nisa is an aromatherapist. So naturally, she has been answering that part of her, because we are all Bear Clan members. it's a role that I honor. Um, and so naturally, I have found myself into the line of work that I am in. So being an entrepreneur of an aromatherapy and metaphysical store. Um, and it's happened through a prayer, actually. I was outside in my backyard. I have a willow tree. It's so beautiful. And I would go there to collect my thoughts and to meditate and to pray. And so I had asked Creator and the spirits within nature to help me fulfill a higher calling, um, so that I could be of service to them and to be of service to the children not yet born, and to carry on those messages um, through my bloodline, and uniting it all together, because ultimately we are all one. In my belief is that I carry on those messages from my bloodline, and I hold them and teach them with my children. And which led me to, common sense. Common sense is there to help anybody along their path of self-discovery, self-love, and self-enlightenment. Much like I had heard the intro here, is I believe that many of you are my people. Right? We must feel that sense of connectedness with each other, and celebrating each other's journey all along the way, wherever that may lead, whatever teachings that you pick up along the way. I celebrate and I honor your journey with you. Um, and so that's how I came to be there at Common Sense. What I did want to share also is about the bear, the Makwa, and my clan. If we watch and observe animals the way that they um, go about living and existing, the bear is has that mama bear spirit, that protective nature, that root digging. Let me eat those, those delicious foods and that healthy medicine. We learn so much from our brothers and sisters that are the four-legged, that are the flying, that are the swimming, and just being able to get back to that place of connectedness, and knowing that we all share the earth together. We all share this home. And the spirit of water unites and connects us all. I wanted to share a story with you. So if I'm feeling heart heavy during the times that we're in right now, it may the stress and anxiety and the unknowing of what lies ahead of us, I find peace within my spirit by visiting the water, Nebe. So one day my friend Marianne and I met up by the water, and we met there to sing and pray and to just laugh and to be with each other. So that's what we had done. So we laid down our sema, our tobacco, we said our prayers, and I led us through song. So I sang the water song. Also, I'm later on, I'm going to invite my children to share a water song with you. So we were down there, and I was singing, and it has we went through it 4 times, but by the 3rd time I had felt and then now mind you, Marianne and I were facing the water. It was in front of us. So behind us was the stairs coming down. So as I'm singing, I feel a bit insecure because I could sense that people were coming down. So it's a popular place for fishing as well. So I thought that it was some fisher folk coming down. So I lowered my voice while I was singing, because I was kind of embarrassed. By the 4th time, I decided it didn't really matter. I'm just going to sing. So I sang. After I was done, Marianne and I both looked behind us because she sensed it too. She's like, I feel like there's so many people here. And that is exactly the same feeling that I felt. So the way that I interpret that experience is that there's still spirits that are here. There's still our ancestors that are here, and through song and through honoring that sacred relationship with the water invites them back in, because the way I took that was they remember that sacred um, that sacred way of being and connecting with everything that we're all a part of. And so even with my own children, especially within this past year, we have been visiting Nabe more frequently. And by showing the respect from myself to the water, I've noticed that my children themselves have been nurturing that relationship with the water, where they will naturally move towards the water and they will celebrate it in song. So I'd like to invite my little ladies here, Kweza, Thug, Majama Peep, to sing a water song with you. Majama Peep. You want to start? And I am Aki Misquit, Nibi Wabo, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho, way ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho, Nibi Wabo, and I am Aki Misquit, Nibi Wabo, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho, way ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho, Nibi Wabo, and I am Aki Misquit, Nibi Wabo, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho, way ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Nibi Wabo, and I am Aki Misquit, Nibi Wabo, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho, way ya, hey ya, hey ya, ho. Chimiquich, what have been? So they're clapping. So we sing it 4 times to honor the 4 directions: the north, the south, the east, the west, and calling in all those directions, because we're all one. And same with the water. We are mostly made up of water. When we come into this earth, we are born with water. Water is something that's so sacred that connects through all of us. So when we pray for the water, when we sing for the water, we sing for each other, and we heal one another. And so that is my message to each of you, is that I hope that I plant seeds of inspiration that may trickle out to your family, to your friends, to your neighbors, and that collectively we can elevate the level of love that we have for Nibet. So Chimiquech, so much for listening in, and have a blessed, happy Mother's Day. I celebrate with each of you. Miigwech.